In the previous class, we have seen data transfer instruction and some examples how exactly the data transfer instruction works, and how to store the data onto the stack, and how to retrieve the data from the stack. Exchange instruction. In this class, we'll see some arithmetic instruction. So arithmetic instruction, under the first arithmetic instruction is going to be your add instruction. So the mnemonics that we are going to use is ADD. So for data transfer instruction, the mnemonics used is MOV. Okay, so under this you have different one, moving a data onto the external RAM memory. So move X, and moving a code byte of data between the accumulator. So for that we will be using MOVC. It is data transfer instruction mnemonic. Next, for in case of your stack, so for stack you have used two instruction. One is your push and second one is your pop. Push is to store the data onto the stack and pop is to retrieve the data from the stack. Third one is your exchange. XCH, it is to exchange the data between one register to another register, and one more is EXCHD, that is exchange digit, to exchange the data, that is lower order nibble from one register to the lower order nibble of the other register or from any other memory. So far whatever we have seen, the mnemonics has been discussed now. Now we will be going on to the arithmetic instruction. For arithmetic instruction, the mnemonic to be used is ADD. Okay. In data transfer instruction, none of the flags is affected. Whereas in case of your arithmetic instruction, we have two instruction. One is your ADD, another one is your ADDC. That is, it is your simple addition. This is addition with carry. When you are executing this instruction, your carry flag will get affected. That is, here we cannot say none of the flag is affected. Here your carry flag will get affected. We have shown some examples and what other flags have been affected. You can see here ADD A, hash data. Okay. I'll show one in Word. I'll open on Word. So in this I'll write some program so that you will come to know what exactly it is. It's the word. Okay, in this only I'll write, because I was not able to open one more new document. I'll write one program. Using add instruction, I'll write one program so that you will get a better understanding. I wanted to open a new document file. New blank document. Okay, in this I'll show one program using a add instruction. You consider MOV A, hash 25H. Okay. MOV A, hash 25H. Next one, MOV B, hash 1AH. Okay. Now I am going to give the instruction add A, B. So the first instruction is immediate addressing mode. That is, the data 25 is stored onto your accumulator. Second instruction is also immediate addressing mode. The data 1A is stored onto your B register. When your assembler starts to execute your third instruction, that is add A, B, what it does is the content of accumulator is added with the content of B register and the result of execution is stored in your accumulator. Okay, this is how your system works. It means what is the content available in 2 file, that is accumulator content is 25 and B content is going to be, accumulator content is going to be 25. So accumulator content is 25. Okay, and what is the content of B register? It is 1A. So when your assembler executes add add A comma B means the content of A is added with B, that is 25 means 0010, 5 means 0101. Content of B is 1A, 0001, A is 1010. So when you add, it will be 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 0. So after executing this particular instruction, the content of accumulator will be 3F. Here when you check, 0011 is going to be 3 and 1111 is going to be F. After executing the particular instruction, it is going to be 3F. It is your add instruction. Okay. Next one is your next is your add instruction with the different addressing modes. Now whatever I have shown, it is an immediate addressing mode. Now I will show with some indirect addressing mode. You can see here. The next one is your add A comma hash data. So for this particular instruction, so when your assembler executes this particular instruction, it is like add A comma hash 1AH. It means that your content of accumulator is added with the immediate day 1A and the result of execution is stored in your accumulator. It is the explanation for your first one. Okay. Second one is add A comma IRAM. It is using the address, that is direct addressing, you can use it. Next, add A comma at R0. Now you can consider move R0 comma hash 30H. Move A comma hash 20H. Add A comma at R0. So what is the value of R0 here? 30. But at R0 means it refers to your address. So inside that R0, what content is available, that will be added to your accumulator content and the result of execution is stored in your accumulator. Okay. For example, inside this you consider the memory. So in the memory 0x30. So inside this you are having 1A. So this 1A will be added with 20 and the result of execution, that accumulator content is going to be 3A. This is how your arithmetic operation works. Okay. Next is your, by using your direct addressing, that is what is available in R0 R1. So for example, if I write here add A comma R0, it means whatever content I have in R0, that will be added on to the content of accumulator and the result of execution is stored in your accumulator. This is how your arithmetic operation, that is add instruction, works. And one more thing, I will go on with the ADDC. That is ADDC means add with carry. If you take this particular instruction, the syntax for this particular instruction is whatever content you have in accumulator, that will be added with the content of accumulator. Sorry, whatever content you have in R0, that will be added to the content of accumulator along with the carry bit. That is the difference between the instruction given here and here is going to be Whatever instruction I have shown in this particular path, it is add with carry. Whatever I have shown in this particular path, it is only the add instruction. Here the carry flag is not affected in this side. Whereas in this all these instruction, your carry flag is going to get affected. Why? Because your content of any accumulator is added with the content of any other register along with the carry bit, and the result of execution is going to be stored in your accumulator. So in case of your arithmetic operation, the first data to be processed has to be taken only from the accumulator, not from any other register, and after the execution, the result of execution will also be stored in your accumulator. Clear? Next is your, so when you do so, what are all the flags it got affected? So we could see over here what flags has been affected when the arithmetic instruction add is being executed. You can see here when add instruction is executed, commonly the three flags are affected. One is carry, auxiliary carry, and overflow. So carry we know. So whatever you have at the 8th bit, for example, I'll show one instruction 1010. 1111 and one more is 0111. Here I will be showing 1100. So if I add these two instructions, I will show the difference between your carry and auxiliary carry. So when you add these two, 1 plus 1 is 10, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 11. So 1 plus 1 is 10. So here, so this is your auxiliary carry bit. That is, if any carry follows from your 3rd bit to your 4th bit, then that is going to be your auxiliary carry. So it is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 is going nothing but 1, 0. So after 8th bit, if anything passes, then that is going to be your carry flag. From 3rd bit to 4th bit, if any carryover function occurs, then that is going to be your auxiliary carry, and if any number that exists after 8th bit, then that is going to be your carry. Overflow means it is endless. That is, you cannot identify what is the value it is going to occur. It is endless. It comes as on as, like continuously it will be executing. So in case of your arithmetic instruction in add operation, then the flags is carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, and overflow flag is going to get affected. So as I discussed earlier, the carry bit is nothing but carry out of bit 7. That is, anything that is carry forwarded in the 8th bit, that is going to be your carry bit. Auxiliary carry bit means 3rd bit. That is there any carry out of 3rd bit 3. Overflow means is set if there is a carry out of bit 6 or out of bit 7, both not. So anything after bit 6 or after bit 7, but both should not occur. So this is how your arithmetic operation works, and here are some examples. I'll just show how exactly it works. For the first instruction, your content of accumulator is added with the data 45, and the result of execution is stored in your accumulator. It is by using your immediate addressing mode. Next one, by using your register addressing mode. Whatever content you have in the accumulator, that will be added with the register. That is either R2 or R5, it will be added, and the result of execution is going to be stored in your accumulator. This is in case of your register addressing mode. Next one is your direct and indirect addressing mode. The first instruction shows direct addressing, and the next two instructions shows indirect addressing. Here the first instruction is a simple addition, and whereas the second instruction is going to be your addition with carry. Okay, next class we will see about your subtraction instruction. Thank you, students.